man, Terence Crawford coach Brian McIntyre, aka Bomac, says the media, hyped Errol Spence up. They built Errol Spence into this be his great fighter, and he's not a great fighter. Let's talk about it. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Check out the Welterweight Boxing News playlist, and hopefully Saturday all that back and forth can end. Maybe end in controversy. We still gonna be having back and forth. But he said basically, the media, PBC, Showtime built Spence up to be a great fighter, and he ain't seen him have a great fight to stamp him as a great fighter. He basically saying that, some people feel the same way about Terence Crawford, that Top Rank built him up to be this killer. But the difference is Terence Crawford didn't have Top Rank his whole career. And he had to scratch and claw, just to get that deal and, all that stuff. But that's it's another conversation to have. Errol Spence had higher. He was an Olympian. Highly touted. I'm pretty sure everybody tried to sign him coming out the Olympics. Pretty sure everybody wanted to sign him. The sparring, knocking Adrian Broner out in sparring allegedly. Giving great work to Floyd sparring that had life into his career. They done a great job with him. Imagine if he had HBO behind him. Instead of Showtime, a company with traditional following, he'd be even bigger. But of course, he's not a great fighter. He's done nothing to be great. He just not unified 3 belts. So. That is what it is. People throw out great too easy. I ain't saying Terence Crawford a great fighter, but it's a great job unifying the whole division. It's a great job getting 2 lineal belts. Errol Spence ain't did that just yet. I'm not calling him a great fighter because this fight gonna prove how great he truly is. Or he isn't. This fight is a litmus test for greatness. This is when you put 2 upper echelon B+ fighters, and this is how you determine what's an A fighter look like. If they basically on the same level, then maybe somebody might be maybe they might be 2 A fighters. Something you can tell by the quality of the fight. With the A+, with the A, with the A-, B+, we gonna see what level these guys really on. So all the going back and forth and still complaining, I'm not going back and forth for nobody on this. We went back and forth for 5 years about this shit. Terence Crawford got to go in there Saturday. Errol Spence got to go in there Saturday and prove somebody right, wrong, or, fight into a draw, fight to controversy, and this shit can continue on to another fight. But did the media got something to do about with Errol Spence and his hype train? Absolutely. Without the media, it's LeBron. It's Terence. It's Floyd Mayweather. If Wilder where he is, obviously you got to go out there and you got to do the work. You got to be the carpenter. You got to lay the foundation and all that. But the media plays a very important and vital role into everybody's career. But his point was they built him into he's a great fighter. He's not. But that's their job, to build something like it's great and make people believe it's great. Muhammad Ali sold people that dream. He surely did. I'm the greatest fighter of all time. He said it before he did it. So you gotta speak it. You gotta speak shit into existence. And a lot of times you speak it to hype you up. It's to keep you going. It's to keep you pushing. Like I told you all the time, Reggie Miller said a lot of, the trash talking was, to other opponents was just to get me going, to get my confidence going, build my confidence up. You know what I'm saying? One per se about the opponent. It was just more about me. And at the end of the day, you notice Errol Spence going back and forth with Team Crawford. And what's so funny about that, he got at Bernie and got mad at Bomac. But at the end of the day, Ninja, you started it. Okay, Terence Crawford really ain't drag you through the mud, but you think his people gonna let you sit there duck him, talk shit while his hands tied behind his back and let you slide, that's what be killing me about life. People expect for you to, people expect for you to allow them to treat you any type of way. But then when you defend yourself, then you wrong. Then I told you he was this, I told you she was that, or I told you about that person. They love to do that. Like, dude, this dude had his hands tied behind his back. You knew what you was doing. You knew y'all was ducking that nigga. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all knew exactly what y'all was doing. You calling him names, talking about his business ain't right, and, a 70-30, you trolling. Because you didn't expect to have to fight that man. You trolling. Right? And then you dragging the man's name through the mud and you get mad when there's people around him defend him. That's why I don't like people, bro. People don't make sense. The man supposed to sit there, take the abuse, sit there, let PBC play with him, sit there waiting on y'all to offer a fight, not go in the ring for 2 or 3 years, then take the scraps y'all offer him. But him having integrity, him being a man of morals, and his team defending him is bad. Like I continue to tell you, dude. You can manipulate the media so long. The moment the truth is going to come. It doesn't matter. You can train, you can train all you want to. You can be prepared all you want to, but when it's time to get into that square circle, it's just you and him. And everything that's been said, all the doubts, bottled up in the four corners, bottled up in the ring, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But the media plays a large part in building all these dudes up. Without the media, it's like. But I think he said they built him up like this great fighter. I haven't seen him be great. I mean, obviously he couldn't get the Pacquiao fight. Talking about Earl Spence. Obviously he didn't want to keep Thurman fight. Rightfully so, in my opinion. So I mean, hey, this the best thing that's for him. Had he had those fights, I think he would have and he won those fights, I think he would have a clear edge over Terence Crawford naturally in the public perception. But the media does this as illusions. And what's so funny is with all these media members, dude, they talk shit about a fighter, and then when the fighter come around smiling, as long as they can monetize them. And a lot of y'all fighters be thinking these media outlets, y'all people, y'all cool, but behind the scenes, if you could hear what they were saying about you, what they saying about your family and shit, you wouldn't even interview with them no more. But I ain't no player hater. I can care less. Because I know how the game is gone. All because you turned them down for access one time, and now they got a V for vendetta against you. It's a wild world. But the media can't spin what's gonna happen in the ring. They can spin it, but the truth is gonna be the truth. And you wonder why Marshawn Lynch didn't want to interview with the media, and why Marshawn, because it's deceiving. No matter if you got a degree, you got a journalism background or not, don't matter. People are people. People have feelings. You could have snubbed, you could have snubbed a reporter off for an interview, and he gonna hold his vote against you getting into the Hall of Fame into the last minute. They do that shit. With the media, there's no detachment of emotions in they craft. It's none. They all one and the same. Their emotions, their bigotry, their racism, their a love for a sports team, a love for a sports person. They don't have to separate that. They don't have to separate that. It's all intertwined, one and the same. And, Bomac can say what he had to feel, but at the end of the day, y'all got to go do the work and prove that he ain't what they built him up to be. But that's the media's job. That's to be able to monetize Errol Spence at his highest form. And that's the same thing with Terence Crawford and any other athlete. That's their job, is to create the perfect storm financially. To make money off of them, man. I mean, it is what it is. But his legend has grown to be this great, great fighter. And we gonna see if he can live up to expectations Saturday. And if he do, you got to tip your hat off to him. 15, 14, 16-month layoff, you got to tip your hat off to him. Everything he came back from, you got to tip your hat. I got a problem getting man credit where credit is due. He get in there, he might be the bigger, the stronger. He might outbox Terence Crawford. You just never know in the sport of boxing. We seen stranger things happen. But we'll see. I got a hunch that they really gonna line this up to be for the rematch and try to double up the money. That's what I got a hunch on, but it is what it is. It's up to Terence Crawford. He behind the 8-ball. He might not be down the customary 4 points that some, Canelo opponents are when they step in the ring with Canelo, but he got to understand he down, and you got a guy that ain't been in the ring in months. I mean, you better get off fast, start, set the tone. And he really almost in the same position Stephen Foden is in. They really can't make no mistakes. One mistake can cost you the fight. And I ain't talking about just taking a punch neither. So, we'll see. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9 link tree. Everything is in there. Peace.